The iPhone 13 just got launched last evening. It got launched in many different sizes, colors, shapes, and features. And some of the features were so futuristic. I mean, I can't really call it futuristic because it's here and it's available now. And I'm sure most of you maybe now already have started booking your products, or many of them at the same time will be also equally dejected because, most of those products are out of the reach of majority of us, me included in it. But I also have come to this conclusion or a realization that a strong fundamental understanding of your craft and a little bit of ingenuity can also take you a great way, if not at par with those latest technologies, but you will still be able to create great looking content, even using, let's say, a mid-size phone, because currently we are talking about phones, right? And that takes us to our most popular series on Pixel Viilage called Shoot Like a Pro. So I thought it was only appropriate that we go back and visit some of the fundamentals and refresh jog our memories. Of course, you might also find some new ones also. All right, so welcome back to Pixel Viilage, and I'm Radha Krishnan. And by now, you must be wondering, what is this guy doing here? Well, this is the all-new Moza Mini MX2. No, I'm not going to go into the details of how it works and all that. Moza is here because they have sponsored this video. And because they are the sponsors, allow me to just play a product role. This is the most interesting feature of the MX2. Well, as you guessed it right, we're going to be talking about video creation using a mobile phone. Well, these days, lots of mobile phones, even at the entry level and mid level, comes with stabilization even in the video. And while that helps to a great extent, having a gimbal to hold on to one and to further stabilize the video will definitely help. And that's why we thought we will definitely create this video using a gimbal. All right, so first thing first is cleaning the lens. I've seen tons of videos. Trust me, we watch a lot of videos in Pixel Viilage, and I've seen lots of very high quality content being completely ruined by flared images and unclear smudgy images, mainly caused by grease from your hair, from your body, from atmosphere. Always carry an anti-static cloth and clean the lens religiously before you start. The second one is activate your 3x3 grid. Well, you may be a champ, but that 3x3 grid is going to definitely help you. A gimbal will definitely get your horizontals right, but aligning verticals in your frames will definitely be possible. And also, if you want to really work with that rule of third, just go back. I'll add a link to one of our earlier videos, one of the first videos that we did, where the rule of third is clearly defined. Watch that. I'll add a link in the description. Use the 3x3 grid and follow the rule of third while composing the image. It actually adds a lot of balance to your imagery. Now, select an appropriate resolution and frame rate. Well, if your camera can shoot a 4K, choose that because it will help your content to be future-proof to a great extent. Of course, 6K and 8K also has started making inroads into video content creation, but 4K will last for a very long time. So if you can shoot 4K, shoot 4K. And choose 60p if it's possible. Some of the mid-size phones have started allowing you to shoot 4K at 60p. Well, the advantage is that when you shoot a 4K 60p with the help of a gimbal, you will get nice, soft, super smooth footage, which is widely appreciated by people. The gimbals don't automatically guarantee you great footage, great smooth footage. You have to use it in a certain way, responsibly. You have to bend on your knees and walk like a cat without creating a thud, right? Which actually the shock can travel up your body onto your hands and create a jerky kind of a moment which the gimbal may not stabilize. So make nice smooth movements, bend on your knees and walk according to the pace that is required for the shot. If you are working with just the phone, then they tell you to keep the camera as close to your body as possible to get a steady shot. But when you're working with a gimbal, keep your hands extended outwards as much as possible so that you get a nice balanced shot. The next thing that you must remember is to lock your focus and lock your exposure, because a digital camera in this mobile phone will shoot whatever that comes in its way. If you are shooting in auto mode, you'll just keep readjusting the camera, readjusting the exposure and focus according to his whims and fancies. Well, except some of those AI phones like the iPhone 13, which got released yesterday. It's got its own mind, but this guy also has his own mind, so you need to know how to control that mind. Use your fingers, touch on the subject and lock the focus. Similarly, lock your exposure. Well, by doing that, you will get an image which is like a rock steady, and the exposures will not vary during the shot. The next one is never use the digital zoom. No pinching, expanding and shooting, not even for stills. In video, an absolutely no. If the camera allows you to shoot with multiple lenses, which has independent sensors, it's perfectly okay. You can go from your wide angle lens to your mid lens to your macro lens to your tele lens. It's absolutely okay, but never pinch and zoom. It will actually cause major deterioration in your image. In case if you want to do it in post. The algorithms of the software will give you much better image, much better quality than shooting with a digital zoom. The next one is definitely add an audio device to record your audio or capture ambient sound. The inbuilt microphone is good enough for a whole host of things, but to record audio very well, you require an external microphone. And Moza has a company called Mirfac, who makes wonderful devices for mobile phones, and we will, for demonstration, we will use this interesting, small, cost-effective lavalier mic. So you must definitely be using, of course, a device which still has the 3.5 jack. Well, of course, if it has got only a USB, you need to get a USB to 3.5 converter and then use the microphone with that. This will definitely improve the quality of the sound, will make world of difference. That's about the techniques. Now, there are a couple of fundamental things that you must remember when you create a video, is that you must definitely have a story. Well, of course, a couple of interesting, beautiful images put together will give you a lot of views, but if you have a story to tell, if you have something substantial to tell, well, that definitely will take you to a different level, and you will automatically see the kind of viewers who will be levitating towards you also will be very different. So have a strong story. You must have a reason why you are making that video. The next one is having an emotional attachment, both with the story and also with an audience. So you are just a tool who's experiencing a situation. You are translating all that emotion that you are going through has to be translated or transferred to the viewer. Then you start creating that connect with the audience. Very unemotional narration of a scenario may not connect well with the audience. So that's something which will come with practice. AI or AI-enabled devices may not help you do this. So this is something which you have to practice, and it will instantly take you to a different level. Which means you also have to know a little more about the story that you are going to be narrating. So do a little bit of research as much as possible. Read the for and against views of that story. I'm sure there are lots of stories which has already come out about that product or the place or whatever that you want to talk about. Or it can be absolutely brand new, you just created some, that's also fine, but do as much research as possible and write down your shots. Writing down in a good old-fashioned way has no substitute. Even after 35 years of experience, I still write down exactly what I have to do. I may explain it in my own way, in a very impromptu fashion, but I still write down the salient points or the important points that I have to talk about. So please have a piece of paper and a good old-fashioned pencil with you. Or of course, there are lots of apps available in your mobile phones. Make use of it, but definitely write down the points and keep ticking them as you shoot them. Next thing, definitely do a location scout before the shoot. It's a good old-fashioned way which actually gives you an idea of what to expect. You will still come across a lot of unexpected things which you will learn to solve as you go on, but definitely do a location scout. Plan your shots in your head and also do a weather check. These days, the weather is pretty unpredictable, so you must definitely have a 7-day chart ready with you so that you can plan your shots perfectly. Definitely avoid shooting in bright noon sun, which is like a very harsh sun. It's pretty, a tough situation for a mobile phone to handle that kind of scenario. Why even professional photographers right from the film era used to prefer shooting early mornings and evenings, and they used to completely avoid shooting afternoon in bright sunlight unless that's the effect that you are looking for. Well, mobile phones also like nice overcast, conditions. So overcast also will give you nice, interesting imagery because your exposure more or less across the frame is very even. The mobile phones like it, and you will get great images and you will get great video, and of course you will get great results. Well, you can also think of carrying a small reflector. These days you get a lot of these 5-in-1 reflectors at 1,500, 2,000 Indian rupees. Carry them with you. I'm sure, I can guarantee you, it'll become really helpful at times. And then take as many shots as possible. Well, if somebody is walking down towards your camera, instead of just taking just one master shot of walking into the camera, also go and take multiple cuts from the side, from an angle, from very close, mid, wide. Take all possible shots as you can, because it's always better to have more number of shots, more choices in your hand while you are on the editing table than, worrying about a shot that you never took. The next one is about the orientation, whether landscape or vertical, because these days the video is consumed in many different platforms. Some prefers horizontal videos and some prefer a vertical one. Now, if you know which platform that you are creating your video for, well, then shoot according to that. But if you're not sure, shoot horizontal, and that's the best way, because you can still crop from and pan and scan from the footage using your post software, and still create interesting content for your other medias, which will ask you for either a square or a vertical proportions. Well, these are the thoughts that were crossing my mind, and I thought I should share this with you ever since I saw the iPhone launch, because I thought people were getting more attracted by technology, tips, tricks, etc., and probably they were ignoring or not giving enough attention to the fundamentals. Well, this is not the end of the list. I'm sure there are more, and you know it. So in case if you want to win this fantastic gimbal, the Moza Mini MX2, well, I invite you to add more to the list. The best one, according to, well, it's going to be entirely our decisions. There is no arguments on it, no debates on it. Will win this, and we will deliver it to your doorstep. Well, this is available only for viewers from India, unfortunately. Hopefully, in a future date, we will be able to launch or do a global giveaway. But till then, it is limited only to India. So, please share this video with your friends, and also remember to send your recommendations for improving video making. If you are interested in learning photography, please head over to pixelvillage.com. We have a set of fantastic photography teachers there taking classes for you. They're all recorded sessions. You can watch the bouquet of offering, and if you like it, you can subscribe. I see you in another video very soon. Stay safe. Bye for now.